and I want to. We live. Premium account is allowed to broadcast. Man, fuck Twitter. I'm not getting no premium account every week with these niggas. Hey, what the business is, man? Twitter on some bullshit, but we here. It's live. It's Wednesday. It's season 11. These niggas back. You already see the motherfucking. You see if you. So for the people who don't know, I put titles up. So the title of this one is season 11, or is this thing on? And the reason why I had that is because I had somebody really ask me, was like, "Oh man, you still doing your podcast joint?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, you really know I'm out here because you kind of shared my shit." But anywho, that's neither here nor there. But it's actually here and there. But we live, so you already know what time it is. Let's go. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. No, let's not go.
The shit, boy, get on my level. 125 in my own lane, pedal to metal. One thing that I won't let you do, and that's gas me up. Keep my eyes open, letting nothing pass me up.
What happened to the intro? Is my internet that bad?
Nah, what's going on?
Yo.
Bro. What the business is? We back. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already. So where is it kept? The last 2 weeks I was supposed to be, resting and doing a whole lot of nothing, but I haven't. Courtney, I know, man. Once you start, it's hard to stop working, man. Once I get in that mode where it's like, oh, now I got to edit some stuff or do this and that, it'd be crazy, but I feel it. I don't mind it, because it's fun and I enjoy doing it, so they really work. But Courtney, how was your 2 weeks?
Hey man, there ain't never a break. When you black, you gotta work. Still a job. we ain't had no days off. We just didn't see y'all niggas. We still was working, nigga.
Some of y'all niggas, but it's neither here nor there.
It's neither here nor there, but you know what I mean.
Boom, back on the road. What's up?
So good and bad news. Motherfucking truck broke down on Saturday. So they didn't have me in this hotel since Sunday night, man. So I'm probably supposed to be back on the road tomorrow. So I just been on the hotel for the last 4 days. That's the bad news. But the good news is I still get paid.
Hey. The other bad news is brown orange. That's the other bad news. But that's neither again,
Fuck the Ravens.
Damn. Welcome back.
You in the Red Roof Inn is insane.
Yeah. We'll leave the light on for you. The light on, please.
That nigga Boom is in between a blood stain and a blood stain, nigga.
Yeah, it's just very.
No, they really got me in the Motel 6 too. That shit crazy.
That's insane, bro. who? No, never mind. Don't put your employer out there. But fuck y'all on behalf of me.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave you that, but Diet Coke and cups.
God damn, it's ghetto when they give you a party cup.
The blue
they gave you on top of the Coke.
You got a big tea. You got a big teacup.
And they gave you 1 cup of ice.
Man, I've been out here keeping my head low, busting and moving. Putting people on, put my home team on, at the same time, or in the same breath, just building on the PR.
So I said this before the show, and I would be a fucking liar if I didn't say it during the show. Man, I appreciate what the fuck you do. I wake up and this nigga work harder than me on my own shit. I had to check myself. I was like, nigga, why? You 3 posts a day, and you just waking up posting some nonsense. If you don't start posting the work,
but that's the point. That's the whole point of good PR, bro. Like your PR should always push your shit more, like 85% more than what you should do, because that's the whole motion of it.
I appreciate it, and I do. We got a guest tonight. We're going to talk about some marketing and stuff. But before that, I thought about something. I'm going to ask you 3 guys a question. Let's say you 3 guys are at a party. Boom. And it's these 3 triplets. No, not. My nigga Ross says, what's in the building? I got it. I'm pretty sure he got it on account too. You're at a party, and y'all chilling, man. Y'all politicking, everybody grabbing a drink, and these three girls walk in the room. They triplets, and they all trying to talk to y'all. Courtney, the one trying to talk to you, she got a good face, no body. She just built like Squidward's tentacles. It's handsome. It's a handsome young man. Boom, the one that tried to talk to you just got really like her nails is eternity dirty. No matter how much she clean them, it's just dirt underneath them motherfuckers. Like they just don't get clean. It's just black goo, like venom, just underneath the nails. It's like if she had venom, get shit, but it was just underneath her nails.
She got the goops.
Like a Marvel character.
Get the fuck.
But her body is nice though. She just is just black tar underneath just every day. No man, she can clean them up today and later on 6 p.m. 6 a.m. she cleans 6 p.m. The bitches is just black goo.
Bro, that is the worst shit ever. I ain't gonna cat.
But Trey, the one that tried to talk to you, she got a nice body, but she sound like eternal, like she been chewing cigarettes all day long, just DMX. She's just like, hey, how you doing?
Like Marge, like the Simpson sisters.
No,
She just this is her voice all day long. She just, hey Dre, how you doing? That's reported to you. How you doing?
Would you guys still Tyler? Would you guys talk? Courtney, you talking to Squid and Tentacles?
I ain't gonna cap. Squidward tentacles. What's up?
All right. Boom.
You ain't got dirty nails.
You mess with venom under the nails.
Hell yeah, man. She could just wear some gloves. You know what I'm saying? We good. She ain't flat back like Courtney's bitch. I'm good. Put some gloves on. We good.
No, yeah, man.
Dre, you want to wake up to this every morning?
Yeah, and I'm definitely cool on that. Like I'm definitely cool.
I'm cool on that, bro.
It's just like,
I can't do that voice, bro. God damn.
Every morning. That's what you wake up to.
A bitch sound like Thanos when you wake up is insane.
Every morning.
Ridiculous.
Hey, you don't know if you dead or not every morning. Good morning, baby. Like, damn, am I heaven? What the fuck am I doing?
the winds do, and I'm ready to get down.
Hey yo, that sound like that chick from I'm going to get you sucker when she turned around, started yelling on boy because she had that PMS.
So let me ask y'all a
Back
question.
in the
How
truck.
many, and I know y'all know because behind the curtain I already kind of told y'all, but I went back, I had a moment where I was like, you know what? Let's call it a high moment. I was like, how many guests have been through the What the Shit Man Cave podcast? And I'm gonna tell you, I only made it to 5 seasons because this shit was retarded. I should have probably started this 3 days ago. I waited till 40 minutes before the show, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get through everybody. It's not that many people. 5 seasons, 2 years, 86 people have been on this show. And that's not counting 22 of them has had multiple episodes. So I kind of want to run down a list, but it's a long list. Do we really want to sit here for 82 people? No, we don't. So I'm gonna tell y'all the most person was G Black. He had 7. My guy Brandon was up there with 5. Boomer had 4. So let me tell y'all something. When I say Boomer had 4, this nigga for 4 years has hounded me. Was like, oh, DC don't ever let me on. DC don't show no love. I thought we was from Akron. The dude was on the second season 2 episode of season 2 4 years ago, talking about he ain't getting no love on the show. And done had 4 episodes, and
Man, that's one time, man. We forgot about that one time, man.
You had 4 episodes, bro, in 5 seasons.
That's like once a year, nigga. What the fuck is this? I'm supposed to be on like 3-4 times a year. I'm glad I'm a co-host now, but you know, I was supposed to be on that bitch like 2-3 times a year. Like every 3 months, at least every 3 or every 4 months. We could do every 4 months. Give me 3 times a year. Yeah, we could do 4 every 4 months.
No, bro. I'm talking about the list. It's I went through a list of how many guests have been on the show, and I didn't make it through the whole 10 seasons, every episode. I only made it through the first 5, and there's a
man. Pause on that. Talking about don't let me on. Hey, chill out, Raw. Don't bring that freaky ass Philly shit over here, man.
But there is one I do want to name, and it was number 32. My guy Mike Allen. For those who don't know, we went to school with Mike Allen. He was supposed to be on an episode before that, but he something came up, and he was on an episode and then passed away not long after that. So for me to be able to get him on, because we were actually supposed to be doing the show together, just to be able to get him on and be able to see his name on his list means a lot, because he was a dope person. Anybody who ever met Mike Allen would say that. Salt of the earth kind of guy, man, and I really was glad to be able to get him on the show. But we're here. This is season 11. Man,
Hey,
time
DC,
flies.
I ain't trying to start no shit. Do you got a favorite guest?
Do I have a favorite guest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I,
right. Yeah,
I do. I
Nigga,
have.
I'm on the motherfucking show. What is you talking about?
Do I got to name that guest?
I'm right here. You ain't got to name me. It's cool.
I mean, shit. Would
Oh,
you name that guest? Because I have a favorite guest too.
My favorite guest was all of them. That would be
That was
politically
a fucking
correct.
parent answer.
I would name them
That
all.
was a fucking parent answer. I hate it.
No, honestly, my favorite one was Earl because the baby fry, the fry fish that.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about
If
Earl.
you haven't
Shelton,
seen
man.
this clip, it's called Baby Fish. My guy got these fries at 4 p.m. We did the show at 6. This was back when we were still on Sunday. 4 p.m. he got some fries. 6 p.m. he decided to eat them. When I tell you these were the stringiest shoestring fries from McDonald's
That
I've
nigga
ever seen
fucked
in
the
my
whole
life.
panel up.
This nigga
Everybody
had
in the
4 fries
when
in
he
his
whipped them
hand.
bitches out, everybody
He
said,
had
ugh, the
4
whole
fries in his hand. But it was like this. All 4 fries. And then this nigga opened his mouth or is to put all 4 little stringy fries in his mouth. Worst, best. But every time I play that clip, it gets numbers.
Bro, it's disgusting for that, Earl.
I
Nigga,
did
we
not
ain't for
have
that.
him. I did not ask him to do that. He did it on his own accord, but I appreciate it because that clip will live on forever.
I ain't gonna lie.
That happened in 2021. That one was still every time I put it out. Does not.
That nigga definitely ate them fries and he stole a man's office that day.
Yeah, he stole somebody's office. He was
definitely in somebody's office on a Sunday, acting like it was his.
But
The name plate out the way and everything.
we are here because it is season 11, so that means a new beginning, or at least a new season. In some cases, it means new guests. I'm going to try not to recycle guests, and I don't want to say that like that because that makes it sound bad. But some of your motherfuckers been on here too much. I want to get some new people a chance. Like I'm tired of seeing some of y'all faces. I appreciate y'all, love y'all, support y'all, but some of y'all,
God damn,
gotta find a new show because this is starting to become a regular thing. I'm gonna start putting people on payroll as much as some people been on here. But we do have a guest tonight. We do have a guest tonight. Keynote speaker, award-winning marketer.
What?
I don't even know how you win awards.
I don't even know how you get. Yeah, I was about to say that.
You about to find out. You about to find out. You about to find out because our guest tonight is Mr. David Allen Tracy. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, how you doing, David?
For some reason, I lost the clap. And I probably shouldn't say I lost the clap like that because that makes it sound very bad. But I lost the applause. Let's just say that.
Good too though. It's a good thing as well. It's like good and bad.
I got you. Here we go, David. Let's get David one more.
All right.
There we go.
There we go. I'll take that. Fitting. Hello, welcome. Appreciate you for being here. But I gotta start with how do you win awards at marketing? I want to start there because when I seen that part, I was just like, man, I didn't know they gave awards for that. I knew they kind of, if you did good, there was something for it, but
I thought it was money.
Yeah. Well, there's different ways, right? People can win awards. In my case, a lot of people voted for me. So a lot of my clients and people in the community, there was competitions on different levels, and people said, this guy knows what he's doing. He's got a great team. And we won awards. Other awards, you kind of had to pay to get into the competition. Those ones are a little bit more rigged, but you're not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? You're not guaranteed anything, but you do pay to get in. And so it looks good on paper. It looks good in things, but I've gotten several awards where I did nothing to win them. It literally was only because people voted for us in the community. So
well, that means a lot because I think somebody voted me most likely to piss people off. So I'm winning at something. Everybody has a place. So what got you started in marketing? Like, what was that? How that path roll out?
I have a really random path to marketing. So I'm going to go way back because I was born in Wisconsin, but I was raised in Panama and Central America. So
that's a hell of
right. I lived in the jungle of Panama amongst indigenous tribes. So I lived there for 25 years. And I don't know.
Whoa, David, wait a minute. You were in Panama for like 25 years. Like, how was Panama?
So Panama's amazing. I don't know if you guys know about the Panama Canal, and the U.S. troops were stationed there for many years, but it's a really diverse place. You have the indigenous, you have, of course, the Spanish descendants. You also have the Caribbean culture from Jamaica and from like Haiti and other islands in the Caribbean. And it creates this whole amazing, just very diverse, peoplescape per se. And of course, you also have the rainforest and jungle and the beaches and a city that looks a lot like Miami. It's really a great country. It's safe, just an amazing place to visit if you're looking for a place to visit. But when I lived there, as a kid, it was very different than it is now. It wasn't as developed. And so we lived in rural areas, and my parents ran a nonprofit, and they did education and provided medical care and, just different types of things. And so I grew up, even though I'm a white guy, I'm very Latino. I speak Spanish, I'm bilingual. And yeah, the whole world I was in was nonprofit work. Well, eventually, when you're in the nonprofit world, you're advertising, you're promoting causes, good things for people and things. So I learned some things in marketing in that realm, but it wasn't until I got hired as the director of operations for a mobile app company based out of Virginia that wanted to bring this app to Latin America that I really dove into marketing, and I helped them get, well known in Panama. And eventually the owner of this company was like, hey, you're really good at marketing. Let's start a marketing agency. So I did a marketing agency with him for almost a year. And then I transitioned out from his business and started my own agency. And we ended up having clients in over 30 states and 4 continents, could do marketing in 9 languages. My team was an amazing team, very diverse. We had people from all over the world on my team. And it was a lot of fun. We had such a variety of different types of clients. And yeah, so we did great work in the marketing space. That's how I got into it. I think that my upbringing, I had traveled to over 40 countries doing nonprofit work before I went into marketing. So I think when you travel a lot, you meet a lot of people, you really understand how people think better. Marketing is all about consumer psychology. It's all about understanding the way people are wired. Not everybody thinks the same way. And you have to understand people to do marketing ultimately. And I think that my upbringing really helped with that. So that's kind of the way I got into marketing.
What would you say is I wouldn't say hardest part of marketing, but the part that you'd be like, man, if I could skip this step, I would be amazing.
But working with dumb clients.
Oh no, you can say that because I wanted that to be the answer, but I didn't.
Bro, so they might be listening. Let me say dumb
right.
people.
Oh, they listening to this. Hey, show
sick of y'all shit. I got you, Dave. I'm gonna say what you can't say. I'm gonna say it today. He's sick of y'all shit. Okay.
So I'm telling you, it's crazy because you can spend weeks planning something, a marketing strategy. We did the research. We know where we're going, and the client's like, you know what? My wife just said she changed her mind, and all of a sudden we're going to change the entire direction. Or you know what? My daughter's in university now studying marketing, and she says that Instagram is, and I'm like, no. Your daughter doesn't know anything. Like,
a dumbass.
So what Dave is saying, I'll be wasting my fucking time all fucking week, texting me, calling me, just to tell me what the fuck your daughter know.
Right.
She don't got what I got. She don't got no awards.
No. Hey, your daughter go to junior college.
She's a fucking freshman.
Right.
At a junior college. It's not act like she at Harvard or something.
She go to Owens.
She had
I've had so many stories. I have had people.
She's a fucking eagle.
I've had people who are literally like, we're gonna do the marketing thing, but you know what? My nephew can build our website, and I'm like, how old's your nephew? He's 17. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So
we don't want him. He's not qualified.
Those are the people. When I realize when I come across that, like I run my own PR, my A&R for a label. So when I run across people that want to like hire their mom, nephew, and stuff, they're not serious about their craft, and I just swipe left.
Right?
Yeah, you don't. Especially if they don't have no credentials, like you just. I mean, how about getting some paper first, then put them on?
I won't discriminate against age. I've hired some young people who are brilliant, but ultimately, like the people who they're gonna put their eggs in the basket. You can't just be like, well, we're gonna do a little bit here with this and a little bit over here because it's all done piecemeal. It doesn't work, and it's all like a hot mess then. So no, we literally require that if they're going to do marketing with us, they're doing marketing with us. Branding, web design, social media, email marketing, SEO, the whole thing. I can't. It's hard to collaborate with, especially with people who are new or green.
I got a question for both of y'all.
Go ahead.
So one, you're in the public. What is it? PR, public representation. Is that what that is?
You talking to me, Boom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you are marketing, so you help people, market their. Okay, so what are some of the cons that people should watch out for when dealing with people in your work area? Because like you were saying earlier, like sometimes you could pay just to get awards and stuff. So now people making you look good when in actuality y'all here counting these people.
Yeah.
So not saying that both of y'all are doing that, but what are some of the things to look out for? Because even if y'all not doing it, I'm sure y'all have seen it in y'all work area.
Go ahead, David. You're the
Oh man, so it's interesting because I own a marketing agency, but I'm also a personal brand coach, and so I help people. I do some PR work as well, not to the level as a full PR agent, though. I'll just say that disclaimer. But like basically, what it comes down to is you get a lot of people who promise you the moon. They're like, oh, we can do this with a small budget, and we're gonna do this and the other. And reality is, it takes time, it takes money, and marketing. Like there are obviously some tricks to the trade, which is why I provide consulting and I provide coaching. I can tell people do this, do that. You're going to get some results. But at the end of the day, you're competing with the system. The system of marketing is so saturated. When we're talking algorithms, we're talking search engine optimization, we're talking Google, we're talking all these mega influencers, and a lot of these influencers are fake. They have fake followers.
Did that make it worse? Did that make it worse though? And being in marketing, like when all the internet came around and you could actually broadcast yourself to certain parts of the country like that, all of a sudden, it's just algorithms now, or
well, you have to keep up to date. Like every week, it's changing. Every week, each social media platform is,
and that's because of social media. Okay.
Well, if we're just talking even social media, just in and of itself, how many of my clients over the years have said to me, "Oh, I want to do social media," and they're expecting to get clients from it right away. The ROI on social media is really slow if you're doing organic only. So you have to do like paid ads. We can even look at podcasts. In 2020 with the pandemic, how many podcasts were started in 2020?
5,552.
Oh yeah,
like
we know what they was doing,
right? And a lot of them don't last, but a lot of them don't hustle. They're not willing to wait 11 seasons to keep going and to have 86 different guests.
David, I've retired. Hold on, David. Before you make that statement, please don't praise me. I've retired at least 6 times almost.
but you're back, right?
But here's the thing. I think I'm like an old boxer who, once you get punch drunk enough, you just really you put you up in the ring. You're like, hey, go talk on the mic. I'm like, all right, cool. But I think you're right because I do love what I do. And we've been doing this for a while, 4 years. And I think today on Facebook, I just reached like 2,000 followers on my website, on my what the shit page. But that's also because, again, I didn't put in the work because one, I didn't know. If I would have had somebody like you on the show, when I first started, I probably would have been banging right now. But now, I'm piddling along still because I'm still, one, I'm doing it. The organic route is the worst route, but I feel like it's the most rewarding route sometimes.
But here's the thing: I found you on Instagram.
You did.
We found you.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'm not hard to follow because I'm just a loud voice, with a line in the picture. That's really how people.
Look, hey,
found us. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I found.
I'm gonna answer Boom's question, right? Yeah. And it all depends on like as of recently, I've been branching out. Originally my PR was everything that was pretty much around me, and that was just dealing with music, rappers, or podcasts. Reason why I deal with podcasts, DC can attest to that. If I got a new single coming out from one of my artists, I promote 12 podcasts, maybe 8 of them is going to reshare it. So it's always the back end. All right, I got artists. All right, so what can help an artist thrive? Podcast, fan retention back and forth, right? So it took me a couple years just to get that formula down packed before I started reaching out to other people, because I wanted people to see my my page. You know, I got 12K posts. I don't even got 3K followings, but if you see my every 30 days, that's almost 9K. So I'm reaching twice as much as my followers every 30 days. So I would tell people what to watch for is like, here's one thing. So this guy was trying to hit me up to collaborate. I went on his page. He had like 20K followers. So I go through his first 30 posts. They don't match up. So I go to his YouTube. That doesn't match up. So I went to his Spotify. That doesn't match up. So that told me that's all bots. And I ain't replied to him. How I really work is from word of mouth, because from word of mouth, then I don't really have to get into the pricing. I don't really have to get into the logistics, because you heard the word of mouth, and 9 chances out of 10, they probably shows you the data. Look what he's doing. And shout out to DC. Like we trying to I think we probably get that done within the next 2 weeks. He's going
if you want to talk about it,
yeah, if you want to talk about it, bro.
Let's talk about it.
That's part of the PR. Like he's going to be doing Wednesday nights for Fresh Zone TV series. That's my partners and my bosses. We stream Thursday, Friday on Twitch. We're Twitch partners. We have over 4 million viewership. So I've been dealing with DC for 2.5 years. So the people that I've been dealing with the most, you know, in order of things that come across, opportunities, I give it to that. You know what I mean? And then everybody will get their chance to shine based on opportunities I get. And I get a lot of opportunities. But to answer your question, Boom, I would just stay away from that bright ass light people see all the time and try to find something that's authentic.
And I've seen it too, because, you know, excuse me, one thing I do is I like watch. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If I'm following your shit, bro, I'm going to watch your likes. I don't care who liking it, but I'm gonna go look at your likes, because that's gonna tell me if I see a whole bunch of lions and cobras in the picture, or somebody from, and no disrespect from these people, but somebody like from across the country, and then you go to their page and it's all in different languages, and I'm like, hold on, this ain't even real page. Now you just paying for likes. You pay for, so I do like watch, or right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, but I definitely want to be authentic. And then when you talk to some of these people, they're like, oh, we can get you this, or we can do that, la la la, and it's like, in actuality, it's all bots.
But no, I think that's why you end up with a show like this though for 11 seasons. We ain't chasing none of that shit. You can't sell nothing over here.
Oh no, you know why we like this? Because okay, so here's my inbox.
You know what's going on, man.
So David, I'm gonna ask you before I get to that, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
To me, SEO is like that one thing that I understand it, but I don't. So between SEO and crap, what's the other one? I can't remember now. Oh, that is bad. I'm bad at this. It's been a long 2 weeks. I can't even. No, here we go. Can you explain SEO to people a little bit? For people like me who are, you know, trying to, I handle everything mostly in house. As far as like checking numbers, probably don't know what I'm looking at. I'm a retired football coach who's looking at numbers and trying to figure out why my quarterback dancing like a ballerina. It just don't make no sense. Like everything to me is sometimes a little jumbled. But SEO is one of them things, because I know when I post this to pages, it asks me about SEO and trying to make sure like the captions right and all that stuff. So can you kind of explain to people what SEO is and kind of how it works?
Yeah. So SEO means search engine optimization. And basically, ultimately, every platform has one, but Google is the one that's most widely known, obviously, when it comes to your Google, where you are located or how easily you're found on Google. When someone looks up not only the specifics, but let's just say they're looking up podcast, period. Which are the ones, if they're on Google, which one's going to pop up first? Or more specifically, podcast. Where are you guys based again?
Let's just say Ohio for
Ohio.
East Coast, I think.
it's for the good people. Let's just say Ohio.
So podcast in Ohio, right? You could be specific, or podcast for, I don't know, entrepreneurs in Ohio, or men in Ohio, or whatever. The more specific you get on the search engine, the better. So whatever you type in, what's going to rank the highest? Now the search engine will show up a certain way directly on Google, but it will also show up on maps if you have a business location. So ultimately, we're looking at keywords that are going to be triggers within the search engine. So when people look up something, you are the first to be found. Usually, websites with a lot of pages and a lot of content perform the best. Also, the websites need to be optimized themselves and need to be functioning properly and need to have updated systems in place. But like my website for my marketing agency has about 100 pages at least, which is a lot for a website, a lot. Because we have a portfolio that's really broad. We did it on purpose, so we rank real high. Someone looks up marketing agency. We've had people look for us and find us all over the world, and that's on purpose because we have keywords about marketing in Zimbabwe and marketing in India and marketing in China and different places. And so we got, as a result of that, we get clients around the world. And so whatever the keywords are that you're looking for, you want to make sure. And in order to have the keywords, you need to know your target market. You need to understand the consumer psychology of your target market and what are the things that they are potentially going to look for on Google. This can also work on social media. Obviously, there are certain keywords we can have within our profile or in the name of our podcast. A lot of it can be within the realm of branding. So people will look up whatever they're looking up, and whatever they're looking up will show up in the search engine within social media as well. Blogs, huge component of helping SEO be better. The more articles and more blogs, the better when it comes to your website. But there's also search engine optimization in another realm, which isn't just from the business or the website standpoint. It can be you as the individual. So I think this is where like the glue is talking about PR and stuff. The more articles you're featured on, the more podcasts you're on, the more YouTube shows you're on, the more someone looks up your name, they're going to find you everywhere. So I average around 20 to 25 podcasts a month. I average, I'm on, I don't even know anymore, 30 something articles in the last year. I'm on a lot of different things, and a lot of it's is earned. Some of it's paid, but most of it I haven't had to pay to get on. It's just me reaching out like I did with you guys and be like, hey, I'd love to be on your show. And, and of course on my end, I'm going to push it out on my platforms as well. A lot of that will be through my email marketing because I have a following there as well, my LinkedIn. And, it just is ultimately about, the other thing is clicks. The more clicks your website gets, the more likely it's going to rank higher in SEO. So you got to have the clickbait. The clickbait needs to be there. There needs to be clear calls to actions. Those are called CTAs in marketing language. So people clicking around everywhere, that's gonna cause you to rank higher on Google as well.
Well, is that not bad though? When you I'm sitting here watching YouTube and I'm about to watch Steph Curry and LeBron play together, but they never talk about it. As I click on it, they never even talk about that. And I don't even want to go back to their fucking videos.
You got bamboozled.
Right. It was clickbait.
But that's how they do it. I mean,
how they do it.
You're always going to run into the dark side of business. Like I learned this at a young age. I'm just so wise market out there, right? Every big business is going to have a way to get that counterfeit or the back end or the dirty money. I mean, it's hard to get away from that, bro. Like people are always going to find hidden in the windows to scam people or to get you to.
Let's just keep it real, man. Ain't nobody get rich by not stepping on niggas. Let's just keep it all the way real. Just keep it all the way real.
I don't know about that. Bro.
Say that one more time, bro. Hey, nobody
Hey.
got to get rich without stepping on at least one nigga in the way. There's always one motherfucker you gotta just. Come on,
Hey, my kids gotta eat too.
They gotta change that.
Hey, David, I got a question. So let's say in the last 3 years, what area have you been doing marketing for the most?
Me?
Yes.
So I have been, it's been a variety. So like, I think we've done over 30 different distinct types of industries, but I will say that the last 2 years I've transitioned to where I'm really focusing more on personal branding. I'm helping individuals become known, individuals create that buzz. So it's micro influencers, it's people who have something to say. It could be a keynote speaker, it could be an author, it could be a podcaster, it could be I have a woman who's a beautiful singer in Arizona who's always been a backup singer, and she wants to be the lead singer now. Her name is Sheree, and she is phenomenal, but she needed to have not only the business plan and kind of like where's she going to go with it, but she needed to understand her market, her personal brand, what kind of music she was going to focus on more, what kind of was the vibes going to be. She went forward, and so it depends. So I get a lot of people in the arenas of public relations, speaking, entertainment. I'm starting to get people in government. It's anyone who needs to get their name out.
The government definitely needs a little PR brand.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. The reason why I asked that because I wanted to see because what you're describing, what you described in the last 20 minutes, is pretty much how Spotify runs. And I'm not sure if you have Spotify or you listen to Spotify, but you know Spotify's algorithm, right? My TG playlist has, I think the last time I checked was a year and a half ago, and it was fourth under the 4-letter word algorithm under search. It's like fourth in the world. Now it might be top. So I understand what that meant. I just didn't know that was the acronym for this.
So I call it that, but it's not. Every platform is going to call it something else. It's going to be rankings depending on, there's different rankings on, like Apple Podcasts, for example, or, everyone has different systems. They all have different algorithms as well. And you really have to study them. I'm constantly refining. I'm constantly learning new things. They're always changing. AI has changed everything, of course, as well. So many things where I'm almost like I get worn out. But every platform has its own algorithm, and once you know that algorithm, you can really play the system.
Right.
And of course, like, I am anti-bots. I don't like bots, but at the same time, there's algorithms right now. If you want to compete, at an algorithm level with some of the big players, there are methods to get up there quickly without bots. I'm not talking bots, but I'm talking and I don't buy followers either, but there are ways to get followers and grow your platform where you are paying for it. You are paying for it, but they're real followers. And that is, it might sound, like, oh, don't do that. But at the same time,
give us some free game, David, and I'll give some free game. If you give some free game on IG strategy, I'll give some free game on IG strategy.
I need to get to the comment.
The number one thing with Instagram is, and Instagram, TikTok, those two specifically, is you need to be posting ideally you're posting at least three times a day. Okay. Right. At optimal time. So for Instagram at 7 a.m., 12, and 7 p.m.
Do your fucking job.
You see how that worked, DC? Now, what I was going to say was,
and I wake up at 7. The last thing, let me tell you, so here's David. Before we get to this, I'm gonna tell you my problem.
You gotta use a scheduler.
I'm gonna tell you my problem. I don't like phones. I like phones, but I'm one of them people. If I put my phone down, I forget I got that mug until somebody calls me or something. Like, it could be 4 hours gone by and that phone just sat there. So I think I need to get, because I don't, and I think I've been trying to work on it lately, is more engagement and more being a people person, you know, actually this and that. But it's rough because I be seeing some people post, man. Somebody just posted the other day and was like, man, I really want to try that crack from the 80s. And I was like 300 likes. And I was like, why the fuck are we liking a post that tell them if they want to like try crack? Like people just posting stuff just to be posting, and that be my problem. I just don't want to be posting just to post. I don't have time, nor the patience, nor the people skills to be posting every day and talking to people. Huh?
I do. That post is hilarious.
Well,
it was hilarious.
I like that motherfucker too. So I felt bad when you just said it was 300 motherfuckers on there. That was 299.
I don't doubt it.
I was 299, bro. That shit was hilarious. I was crying. But crack from the 80s had to be strong. No, I know.
But there is an app I do use. It's called Insta for DNA or something like that. It does kind of give me optimal times to post, so I try to stay within them parameters, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at it like that. I would look at your own data, like,
hey man, y'all
like you'll see, like my biggest days are Wednesdays. It's probably just because on Wednesdays I only
hold on. What do you say? Hold on. You said your biggest days are Wednesdays because of what?
Because I only promote podcasts, and like everybody else I promote. So it'd be the podcast. It might be Akeem Woods. He's a comedian. It might be my DJs. But all my other days is mainly my artists. So if I got it right here. Monday is Spotify promo. So Monday would be my artists, and then all the podcasts that falls under Spotify. Then Tuesday, Apple. Wednesday is my highest. And with those days, here's my cheat code for people. I changed the hashtags every hour. So today I posted 42 posts, and each post got 3 hashtags. You understand what I mean? One? Yeah. No. So say what the shits, he got 3 posts. So one post would have been in Canton, Ohio. Then that same picture would have had West Coast hashtags and the LA hashtags. Then his next post would have had 3 hashtags. But I pay attention every hour. When someone hits an hour, I switch the hashtag every hour.
So now you about to switch it to Kentucky, Texas.
Yeah, and I'll make sure I switch the location to hashtag, so that hashtag is hitting the same location. But I'm gonna hit y'all. A lot of people don't take the time to do that. Like, I take pride in what I do. So I'll sit there from 9 to 4 every day, changing my hashtags, bullshit, and listen to music, changing the hashtags, because I want the most exposure for everybody.
So and it works. Now we know that at 7 a.m., 12 p.m., and 7 p.m., we need to be working on our shit posting. But as we post it in the meantime, between time, we need to be switching our motherfucking hashtags. All right, I got 2 keys.
Well, it really does depend as well. It's like the glue is saying, every target market is different, every platform is different. And you do have to study that. But what I have found is across all industries that I worked in, if we're talking Instagram right now, okay, 7 a.m., 12 p.m. is the best, and 7 p.m. are proven for me in all analytics that I've done for all my clients to be the most optimal time. There's a reason for it. People wake up. First of all, if you're in Eastern time or Central time for that matter, and it's 7 a.m. your time, that's 8 a.m., 6 a.m., and 5 a.m. across the board of the U.S., right? So that means that what happens when people wake up in the morning is the first thing they do with one eye open is they're like looking at their phone, right? They're scrolling right away to see what's going on, right? And so that's 7 a.m. Noon, if we look at noon, let's just say it's noon Eastern time, then we got 11, 10, and 9, right? And so it's still that kind of morning time. Now, what happens at noon is people's lunchtime, or 11 can be people's lunchtime. So they're sitting there drinking their coffee, they're having their lunch, they're scrolling. 7 p.m. is good because it is also the time where after dinner, they might be at home, they might be watching a show, they might be whatever, laying in bed or whatever they're doing. They're kind of scrolling through. But you want to be posting at least 3 times. Why? Because not everybody's on social media at the same time. And so the more you're posting, it's also a learning curve for the algorithm to understand the type of content you're putting out so it can push you out and you're ultimately going to grow more. That's Instagram. But the thing is, every platform is different. LinkedIn will kill you if you try to post 3 times a day. They're not going to like you. So LinkedIn is totally different content than Instagram. You got to post like 3 or 4 times a week at the most. And it's more like, it's really more like,
my speed,
today I had a meeting with so-and-so. It was great. You know, it's not like Instagram. TikTok, honestly, TikTok is like nocturnal. It is like the more at night you post, the better, the later. Usually you could do like 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 4 a.m., that kind of stuff. People are on it depending on the day of the week. The optimal days are different on each platform. Facebook, I don't even bother anymore. I can't even stand Facebook. I can't. Like, it's just like stupid.
It is
the dumbest memes ever, and it's like my grandma's on there, and that's it. Like, I can't.
That's all it is. That's all it is the father time shit. Like, it's like, all right, we done with Facebook pretty much. I'll be seeing a lot of people disrespect Facebook, and
I don't even try anymore.
I mean, I still use it as a promo tool. That's it. Like,
for ads,
everything got post. Yep.
Let me ask you this, because I'm stupid. I'm a country bumpkin. I grew up in the city. Can you explain to, well, I'm gonna say me, because I know some people who watch it, they're gonna be like, well, I knew what that is, knowing they didn't know. I'm not gonna pretend I know. Can you tell people the difference between reach and impressions? Because that shit's fucking motherfuckers up.
Yeah. Okay. So impressions is all it is basically someone happened to see it momentarily as they're gliding through. They're not necessarily watching it. They're just, they're scrolling and it got an impression. That's it. Okay. And so, but the reach is a little bit more extensive than that, depending on which platform you're talking about. The reach is all of it combined. I think it's impressions, it's likes, it's geographic reach as well. How many demographics, women, male, female, etc., where they're at. It's a bit more extensive. But impressions, really, all impressions tells me it's useful from the standpoint of the algorithm. Is the algorithm pushing it out for me? The more people that it's reaching essentially and giving impressions, the better. But I don't necessarily engage it that way. I gauge it more through engagement of comments and likes. Gives me more context. And of course, the algorithm likes comments. The more comments and likes you're getting, the higher the likelihood. Now, this is where I remember I told you guys, I am anti-bot, but I'm not anti-bot. Okay. And this is why. Because the system itself is rigged. It just is. Okay. At this point, the algorithm you're going to have a hard time. Mm-hmm. So there is software where there's crappy ones and there's really bad ones. Don't use them. They'll ruin it. But there are some good ones where you can increase your reach within the algorithms to increase comments and to increase. But some of them are awful. And here's the thing: as a marketing person, I've tested so many of them because I want to understand how they work. I need to see what's going to work and what's not going to work. So you'll see that I've tried different things with different ones in my post, and some of them have worked great, and some of them don't. And so it is an experiment, but buying just followers is stupid. That's really dumb because it doesn't do anything for you. It's good from a standpoint of, oh, look, first impressions. He's got, if you're dumb and you just see like this person got a lot of followers and that's great, but that means nothing in the long run.
So what you're saying is if I go live and I get a couple fake viewers to put me in the algorithm of shows that's being played that's getting 400. So I get enough fake viewers, 400, to get the real viewers to pull in. Exactly. That's kind of cool compared to me getting 400 fake followers.
If I think buying followers is kind of bogus, but I have done things where I play with bots to increase the amount of views my reels gets so that it performs better in the algorithms. And then I get real viewers and real followers as a result.
All right. So in other words, David, what you're saying is fake it till you make it just a little bit.
If
Just say you gotta.
Nah,
working. It's kind of like being in the Matrix. You have to know how to manipulate the Matrix. Okay, the Matrix exists, but you got to learn how it works so you can kind of get in there. And
hey man, if they say it's an all-white party, you gotta wear all white. DC, it's simple. You feel me? In order for you.
But there's off-white, there's eggshell. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta wear all white. It didn't say all off-white. It said all white.
It's all white.
So you come in here trying to wear all eggshell. You know, you're not giving out the same color as the rest of us.
Dress code, bro.
I didn't come in here to dress like everybody else. I can't
get that shit right there. Here you go,
man. Fuck the Ravens.
Fuck the How did this?
You still on that?
Yeah, you mad at me because your brown ugly walls is orange, and I have not mentioned anything about football, my good guy. We were talking about marketing.
Damn,
yo, you took a shot at me. That felt personal.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry, David. You had to see that.
No, can I ask one more question? Can I ask one more question?
It usually happens. Go ahead.
Wait, bro.
So I got you as my marketer, and then I got Glue as my PR. Should I still be out on Instagram boosting my posts, paying for boost?
Okay, the Glue, you go first.
I'm gonna say no. I would say no, and whatever money you was going to spend on it. If you're under my PR, that means you trust me 100% with your money. So I would have said, send me that money, and then I'll run single ads that I know work, direct ads. Yeah, I would say no.
Like, I 100%. Like he just 100% what you said. Because here's the thing: you gotta with ads. People waste money. They're literally flushing it down the toilet because they don't know how to do them. Like, and it's, I'm doing ads. Like, there's a whole way of doing, and certain posts are going to perform better, and some reels are going to perform better with reels, and when your target market. And sometimes you got to understand what the goal is. So, is your goal with the ads to increase followers so you look better from a first impression standpoint? Oh, he's got a lot of followers. Or is your goal to get people to your website so they click around so it increases your SEO? Or do you have a product you're trying to sell, or whatever it is the goal is? Well, the ads are going to be different. Now, also know your target market. Where are these people hanging out? So, like, are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they on? So, with my marketing that I do, you got to understand how each one of these platforms works. And if it's a small business, it's a mom and pop shop, and they're local, I'm probably not going to do Instagram ads. I'm not going to do TikTok ads. I'm going to do Facebook ads that's localized, and I'm going to do Google ads. If it's a podcast, I'm probably going to, if they're on YouTube, we want to play with YouTube then. The more YouTube ads we can do, the more likely we're going to perform better. It also helps on Google. Instagram, I do ads. I think Instagram does well for products like beauty products and clothing and, maybe selling tickets to a concert. It doesn't do as well for like, check out my podcast, in my opinion. Okay. So YouTube is really where you got to be for that. TikTok is great in the sense that it's nice because you can grow your TikTok really quickly and get a lot of followers really quick, and you can pay ads and you can get a lot of engagement, a lot of followers. But the problem with TikTok is its algorithms are like everywhere. You're getting people from India, you're getting people from Philippines, Indonesia, you're getting people and they're all happy to see you and everything. But if your goal is to sell a product in the United States, not necessarily a great place to be pushing on TikTok. If your goal is to get a lot of listeners for your podcast, for example, maybe TikTok would work because it don't matter where they're from, they're watching, they're engaging. Then the algorithms within Spotify and within YouTube and within Apple Podcasts and all the platforms are going to like that engagement. But they're also going to categorize it. They're going to go, oh, they're getting a lot of these listeners in India, and they're going to push it more in India, and you might mess your algorithm up. And you're trying to focus more like, say, Ohio or the Midwest or something. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff.
No, we done with Ohio, David.
No.
They appreciate it the first time. They'll never get it again. Ohio, I'm done with you.
No, you're right about the TikTok thing. Hold on, because I the last 2 months, I've been noticing. I've been like getting back on my TikTok. Usually, I just like been posting stuff, but I've been getting back to live playing music and stuff. And whenever I play a podcast that I personally promote, I see the numbers go crazy, and I'm like, people are engaging more on TikTok for conversational talk more than me sitting there and be like, oh, TG playlist, oh, this song, da da da, yeah. They'll rather hear a conversation of a podcast based on how my TikTok's been like working the last 2 months. Like podcast, I see the numbers, people are liking it. It just keeps music is just it'll stall out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing. And so it comes down to analyzing everything. I'm an analytics junkie in that way, and I'm constantly looking at the analytics. I'm reviewing it on every platform, and I'm studying it and refining it. Why am I doing that? Well, mainly because that's my career. I have to understand these things and how they're working so I can continue to grow my business and keep helping my clients get results. But for many people, what I tell them is ultimately most people need to be focusing on what they need to be doing. And that's just the reality of it. Like nobody's got time to sit there the way the glue does, changing all those hashtags, right? But that's what the glue does for a living, right? And so we got to understand what our strengths are and what our weaknesses are. And we got to outsource that because ultimately you got to be focusing on what you do. And a lot of people, the biggest mistake they make is they're trying to market themselves, but then they always put themselves in the back burner. And secondly, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. So you got to know your weaknesses and know your strengths and then outsource them to people who know what they're doing, but also who are proven and tried and true, because there's a lot of fake ass people out there who are just like pretending to be marketing people, pretending that they know what they're doing, and they don't know anything. And so, yeah. So 100%. You gotta.
That's why I was asking, what's your ticket? I've talked to a few people who've done this, and I know DC got a lot of different. Hey, you got Cash App, Spotify? What is it, DC? Spotify? All those, no, just like all those different accounts where they be trying to like, well, we can get you this many views, many views.
Oh, yeah. So back to that because I meant to mention that earlier. But before I do that, David, I felt like you were talking directly at me when you told me I don't know what the fuck I'm doing and I need to outsource that. Because I was like, you damn sure talking to me because I don't know what I'm doing. Not gonna lie to y'all. I'm just one of them people. I kind of try to study because I do this. So staying up late, trying to study, trying to figure out what's going on because one. Small business ain't the word. I'm cash strapped, you know what I'm saying? Like my cash, like it comes in the door and it look at me and be like, hey man, I see you. And then it go back out the bills and stuff like that. So I mean
a big bill be hiding in the closet, big bills, all the bills right there.
Like man, let me just put
bills come out with a 38 is
right.
I'm getting to the point to where I probably I do need to, but also I have a hard time. I'm one of them people. I'm hard headed. I like working. I like learning. I like trial and error. So I think that's what I've been doing. But I know to get to the next place, I need to bring somebody in and kind of let go. I've gotten to the point, 4 years, 11 seasons now. I think I can, kind of give up control, but it's hard, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Wow. But I think I'm getting to that point though, to be honest.
I think the number one thing to understand, and we'll go real deep here, is why did you start the podcast? What was your goal?
Oh, I just wanted to talk shit to the world, David. I just wanted to get people because so now, damn, David, you got me thinking.
COVID locked the world down.
Tell the story, DC. Come on now. This shit is an Avenger story. You hear me? This shit is like.
So
you understand, David?
Not to go back and rehash some stuff, but pandemic, like you said, everybody starting podcasts and everything like that. Our school kind of shut down, and it was like 40,000 people on a Zoom call trying to do a class. Me, Courtney, and Chris, who were all on the show, we were there. Like, this is nonsense. Why is there 5,000 people on one Zoom call and everybody out talking to each other, and I ain't learning nothing?
No shit.
And then, in the midst of that, my dad kind of passed away. So Chris brought me on his podcast. And I was like, damn, I like doing this. But his podcast is structured. It's, Blurred Talk. So it's, comics and action movies. Video games is my forte because I play a lot when I'm not doing this. But I was like, man, I like doing this. It's free. We went to school, I learned a lot. We didn't learn nothing about podcasts because we had like one class and it was like, hey, go make a podcast. And then, that's how it started. But I really do this because I do enjoy one, being able to talk shit. That's my favorite thing. But two, I at the time when the pandemic was, it was really just us being able to give people an escape for at least an hour at a time of being able to not, worry about somebody not wearing a mask at Walmart or, chicks blowing up their husband's Jeep and blowing their wig off.
Girl blew her wig off. That shit was insane.
That was crazy. Or boxers getting beaten 7 seconds. That's how we got started. And then it kind of evolved into this, what it is now, the interviews and being able to have amazing guests, and just be able to, talk about what they do. So it didn't start out as this, but I guess it kind of grew into that because that's what the people wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But I really just got started because I just wanted to be able to provide people an outlet, be able to come on here and talk about what they do. Because there was a lot of shows I seen. It was like, oh, you can come on, but it's $500 fee. It's like, dude, you got like 2 followers. Why am I paying?
Right.
Come on a show to talk to you, and you ask me to come on the show. Now you want me to pay you?
Oh, I've had that happen a few times.
I don't understand that. So my thing has always been, I really don't want to charge for interviews. Somebody asked me, and I probably could, at this point, but I just, to me, that's not.
Yeah, I see.
It's not how I get down.
When is it a good time to start charging for interviews?
I mean, I guess whenever you want, but you asking, I'm not the expert, so.
I mean, like, okay, DC, what the shit got like, I don't know, 40 people a month asking to do interviews. Like, is that a point where you start be like, y'all gotta pay for the slide? That's the point.
People a month, I'm damn sure charging now that I know I'm doing something right.
Yeah. Well, I think I asked that question because it ultimately comes down to what's the goal and anything.
That's a good question, David.
So if the goal is really enjoyment, engaging with people, networking, and if the byproduct of that happens to be that at some point this podcast is monetizable and you make some money off of it, great. But if it's mainly a hobby per se or enjoyment, then outsourcing and paying money to outsource doesn't make a lot of sense, right?
Oh no, David, I need this show to make money.
100%. So then to make money, that's where we look at what are all the big podcasts doing, So I mean, I used to have a podcast. It's not up anymore. I removed it down because it's an old brand. But basically, my goal with that was to get clients. So I brought guests on to the podcast, didn't charge them anything, who I was hoping to have them be my client because I could get top CEOs of a company who would never have given me time of day if I called them and said, can I get a meeting with you? But I basically said, come, I'll invite you to my podcast. So they show up and they're in my office. Next thing you know, we're talking an hour afterwards, and then they hire me. So that was my main reason for the podcast. Right. Yeah, I got some listeners and such, but it wasn't monetization. I'm about to start a new podcast, starting in a month, which is with my co-host Shaquille Cozart. He is.
Man. Hey,
I'm gonna say O'Neal.
Weird place to call.
I wish. So Shaquille and I have started one, and this one's more because, like, for example, so he's in marketing. I'm also in marketing. I was the VP for DEI for the American Marketing Association of Iowa. And he is, he's Black. I'm white. He has a different perspective. I have a different perspective, and we hate polarization. So the whole point is to get a collective perspective. So we get guests coming from talking about the same topic from a very different spectrum of worldviews and perspectives and ideologies and social backgrounds and ethnicities and cultures and, all the things. Because why? So much public perception and public opinion, it comes from one angle. It comes from this one angle, and that's all people get, and they're brainwashed and told this one thing. We don't get to hear the voice of any of other people. And so we're going to talk about a lot of topics that maybe people don't want to talk about, but need to be talked about. And it's going to be talked about not from this top-down perspectives when we talk about from. And so again, why am I doing that podcast? And why is Shaq doing the podcast? Because it's a that one's a belief system. It's something we believe is important. We believe in the voice of all people being heard. So again, if it gets monetized, great. But in your case, you want to get it monetized. Well, there's so many things that can be done to do that. But some of the most monetizable podcasts out there, I mean, the Glue would know, and I think Boom, you would know as well, ultimately comes down to you got to hustle. The more podcast episodes you have, the more guests you have on, the more they're sharing. You need to have contracts where these people are like required to share on their platforms and social media. Because you know how many people I've had on my podcast in the past where they don't even they do nothing. Like you're like, what the?
No cap. You should be at least required. You should be at least required to post.
I'm thinking like it should be like some type of contract or something with the people that you interview. Like
a lot of people,
price going up. Price going up.
It ain't even gotta be prices. It's gotta be like, look, bro, if you want me to do this, if you want to do this interview, you want to put it out, like you gotta share the clips, you gotta share the show. You know, I'm gonna give you some. But some people be willing to do it too, though. A lot more be willing than most.
But see, here's the reason why I've never really done that, because I've never really had that problem. Most of the people I have on, when I tag them, they share, you know. So I think if I would have had that problem, I've had that problem with one guest. I ain't gonna say no names.
I know what you're talking about.
I ain't gonna say no names just for the sake of anonymity. But no, I think that is, but that is something that I think going forward may, you know, I'm gonna look into.
But I think you should though, DC, because one, what you're about to start doing, that's the sponsorship. That's going to be the sponsorship money. So once you start, or once you understand that, that's when you have to break down. I have to charge you, even if it's a small amount. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to start thinking that.
Like, here's another reason why I do what I do, because I'm not going to pretend I know a lot. This stuff, like this episode today, I'm not. Fuck it. It's one of my favorites. Just because there's so much knowledge. Anytime I can learn something on one of my own shows, I feel amazing. I
almost told you to end this bitch, and the rest of it they got to pay for, because dog, they just gave us so much free game. And if you don't come on this episode and just pick the free game up out of here, then
I'm not gonna ask y'all no more marketing questions, because
come on, bro, they getting too much free shit.
But no, I'm one of them people. I like learning. Like I said, when I first started podcasting, I didn't really know much. I went to YouTube University and stayed up late trying to, you know, find out any game I could just to, you know.
OBS Studios was the worst, trying to be cheap.
Who?
What?
Don't talk about.
I said OBS Studios was the worst, trying to be cheap.
I didn't use OBS Studios. I almost did. So we started out on Zoom. Then we went to Restream. Then we came over here to StreamYard. And I've been here ever since. There was something else, MUX, that was choppy. But no, for the most part, I mean, I'm not. Trust me, I paid for. You know, I got Captivate, StreamYard. I paid good, so I invest money into it. It's just the marketing side I've been leery about, because I don't know. Like when you was asking the question about who you can trust, because like back to the question, I get constantly, you know, hey, we can get you 5,000 downloads and 10,000 whatever's, and I'm like, how, Sway? Like, how is that even possible? All for $20? Like, how is that even a thing? Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I know. You know what's going on, so and it's constantly like every day, you know, to the point to where I'll be like looking at my emails, and if I see a weird name, I'm sorry, I'm just not hitting it, just because I'm hurt, you know.
Scam.
There's so many scams.
There are some good marketing out there, and you guys have gave a lot of good knowledge. I'm working on it.
I would tell you this, DC, right? Set a goal for yourself. Like, for example, I don't charge none of the podcasts, right? Now I charge my artists because they get every 3 months, every 4 months. I mean, they'll get a payout, but my podcast don't. And the reason why I won't charge until I at least get half the people opportunities. When I can get half the people opportunities, then I can, you know what I mean, throw in a little bill for the PR because I got the track record to say, hey, got this person on, this person on, this person on. Then I have this album review thing. I'm only up to 8. I told myself when I get to 20, when I have 20 under my belt, then I'll start charging artists, hey, you want an album review? I mean, so set a goal. Like I think you're way past the episode part. Like,
this is what this will be episode sheet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think you there. I was there too, bro. I was real wary of like, and I'll be honest, bro. Full disclosure, for my artists, I only charge them $25 a month, and it gets to the point. I ain't putting out no names, but they can't pay $25 a month, right? And I scratch my head sometime, right? And the reason why I set it so low because you know I'm so reasonable. You know, that money I get from them was probably 30% of what I would get from my sponsors and my labels. So I always keep that in mind. Like they're not superstars yet. You know what I mean? Most of them are getting $100 every 3 months. But I was real skeptical coming out. Like, is people going to accept what I'm trying to charge for my service? So it's a scary, you know what I mean, transition, but you're going to have to figure out a number going for it.
And it's not like DC didn't get he has
right, but I guess you just gotta maybe I don't know because how you already got so many episodes out, you can just be looking at it strictly on the sponsor side because you can't, and you might be able to say this too, David. Somewhere in your career you partnered, and within that partnership, oh yeah, I think you said you was working with a guy in marketing, you did something with him. So that was a partnership and you learned all that. And what did you do? I'm here. I got my own shit. Look at me now. Yeah, I mean, so part is you got to find a partnership. That part when you get that partnership, bro, everything can get a little better. You'll learn a little bit more.
Oh shit! I didn't know I'm a 4-star show on Spotify. Anywho, I don't know how many episodes.
Shout out.
Even
what you talking about, nigga?
It's only 6 votes, but anywho,
don't worry about it.
I think this is gonna be episode 160, over 150. So I know that. No, I mean, like I said, I'm getting to the point where I know eventually, if I want to get where I want to go and turn this into more of the late night talk show that I want it to be. Then yeah, eventually I'm going to have to, find the right partners, marketing and all that. I'm just
I even give you a better idea. Maybe I'll say it, charge the people that if they're going to be on the Wednesdays, I mean, that's tapping into 4 million people. If you're looking at a price sheet, you're doing it every Wednesday. If you want to come with me on this show on Wednesday while I'm doing it on this show, it might be $10, $20. You're tapping into 4 million viewerships. We got like 300 sponsors. I mean, you look at it like that, still do you?
Yeah, I mean, you guys have given me a lot to think about. I really do.
I think there's a couple of strategies that can be considered for a podcast, especially one like this. And sometimes it comes down to why and how can you charge, and it comes down to the optics. You get one big name on your podcast, just one, and that you are willing to pay them to be on your show, but you have a name on your podcast. Not only does it help your SEO to rank higher for your podcast, but also you were like, well, our podcast has had so-and-so on it. And all of a sudden people are willing to pay because they've been on a podcast where whoever this person is was on your podcast.
Charleston White, we on our way.
And so that is one way about going about it. And I think that there's that whole element of faking it to make it. Well, everybody does it. There's every single magazine article you see, every single, cover on Time or cover on Forbes, people paid to be on there. Even the celebrities, they pay to be on everything. No, but it doesn't come free. All of these things are businesses. And so it comes down to, it's a system. It's all a system. It's all rigged, but you can play the system and once you know how it works. And so you can charge people to be on your podcast, but it's all about the value proposition. What is this a valuable enough thing for me to be on? Okay, he's got a good following, got 160 something episodes. Oh, well, so and so was on it too. It must be really legit, right? So I'm gonna be willing to pay whatever I need to pay to be on it. And you can name drop that on your website and name drop that in different places. So there's just different strategies when it comes to investing money. Sometimes you don't want to invest money in marketing. Not worth it. You're not going to get what the goal is. Sometimes it's better to, like with the podcast we're going to do coming up here, our first guest, we know that we want this podcast to take off and to really go places in the algorithms. We need to have some heavy hitter names on right away.
Yeah.
And so that it sets the tone going forward. So we're going to invest money in that right away instead of investing in ad spend and all these other things. We're investing it in a couple of bigger names to be on the show. So yeah, there's all kinds of strategies. Ultimately, I know that the Glue probably has a lot to say as well in that regard.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because for instance, like the Bougie Bay podcast, she had hit me up to hit Akeem was up to see if he would do an interview, and then that turned in for him allowing me to do PR for him. So I mean, like I definitely say I got an 85% average when it comes to my batting. Like I'm the type of person I knock on your door until you open it. politely, but you know what I mean? I have that guerrilla tactic.
A lot to think about. Speaking of which, if Akeem is free, I got a couple Wednesdays open. Anywho, but no, I do. I think, like I said, I think episodes like this where they're more informative, because a lot of times it's a lot of fart jokes. We talk shit, and you're not really getting value. But when I get episodes like this, it's
That's
important.
what I'm here for.
Okay, you got outside them brown walls.
You gotta breathe between the blood stain and the blood.
Like, I need to get some sunlight. These orange walls is making me feel bad.
Throw up.
But I definitely want to work with you, David. I have to get your information out. I have a few ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to connect as well. Ultimately, that's why I became more of a personal brand coach than even my marketing agency, is because I realized for a lot of people, you can't resolve the problems through conventional methods. They don't have the money, they don't have the means to afford what they could potentially do. Secondly, they don't have the time to allocate what they need to allocate towards it. So they don't even know what comes first. They're putting the buggy before the horse, or the chicken before, what comes first, chicken or the egg. They don't know. They're lost, And so I'm helping orient them and guide them into, here, let's make a plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what we're going to do. And it's baby steps, scaling it up to get the results you need to get. And it's multifaceted. And so absolutely love coaching people. I think it's more engaging. It's one-on-one. And yeah, I've had clients, I've been with them from the idea, the concept, to where they're now franchised and have 3 locations for their businesses. And it was just an idea, and I was involved in literally drawing their branding on pencil on a piece of paper. That's where we were, and here we are growing them. I love it because you just never know where a vision can become a reality. How many people live in this kind of like fantasy realm where it's like this idea, but they don't actually execute it. And there's a lot of reasons people don't execute it. They think, well, I don't have a lot of money. Well, you know what? A lot of people didn't have a lot of money when they started their businesses. And there is something to be said about faking it till you make it. Now, I'm not talking about lying. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about understanding the system, because the system is there. It's all around us. And you need to understand that system and know how to get into it so you can get opportunities that work for you, where everything's working for you in the system, and you're not going against the current. And so ultimately, and the thing is, a lot of it's mindset stuff too. A lot of mindset stuff. So many people don't believe that they can do things, or that they're going to be able to do things, and someone told them they can't. And so you have to be able to get beyond that and just do the work, but do the work smarter and not working yourself to death. So a lot of people have burnout. So that's where I became a coach, and I'm loving that world of that. And as a motivational speaker, motivating people, speaking on topics of identity and authenticity and overcoming, trauma and all those kind of things, because ultimately we are sometimes our own worst enemies. We get discouraged. We go, this podcast, I quit, and you keep doing it. Why? You quit 6 times, but you're in 11th season because there's something that keeps telling you this is worth doing.
Yeah, people won't let me leave, David. I be trying to leave. People, man.
We popping the baby.
Ain't quit, man. I'll be like, man, why can't I, man? I'm tired. My soul is old. I got bad knees, and I just want to play Madden. They be like, nah, man, you got more shit to talking people to put out. And I be like, damn, you right. We already started.
It's like a toxic girlfriend then.
Yeah, like podcasts keep pulling me back. Every time I had almost quit, and people was like, yeah, man, just come on my show. As soon as I came on a few times, got to talking, that old bug hit me, and the jumper started shooting again. And it was like, oh man, I still got it. I can still boom.
Boom, what the? Come on,
he
bro.
is really at a motel.
We'll leave the lights on. This is
they got you on the side of the highway at a motel.
Right. Bro, they don't give a fuck about you, bro. You gotta quit, bro. DC, we gotta get some marketing so we can get Boom out the fucking motel thing.
Nah, he's like he's good.
Hey, David, what sets you apart from? What sets you apart? What makes you? Like,
what sets me apart? I think the thing that differentiates me is my multicultural background. Even though I'm a white guy, I've traveled over 40 countries. I speak Spanish fluently. Have adopted siblings that are Latin American and indigenous. And I've lived in the Middle East. I was in Haiti in 2010 when the earthquake happened. I've been and seen some things. And growing up, I grew up in the jungle, like I told you guys, in the indigenous villages. But on the other side of it, I literally grew up in what it was not a good neighborhood. It was the hood, essentially, really.
Been there, done that.
Like really big time. We're talking like cops everywhere and
you ain't been to this hood.
And I lived in a. My parents had us living in a brick house with a tin roof. And there'd be shootings in the neighborhood, and
different laws out there, huh? Totally different laws, different rules, for sure.
Totally different world. And so, even though I grew up, I guess I would say I'm blessed. Let's just call it that. I'm blessed in that I grew up the way I grew up because I don't feel entitled to anything, and I see all people. There's one race, the human race. And so when it comes down to it, I value the individual. I don't care where you come from, what you've done. I don't care. I've worked with people who are ex-felons who are in prison for many, many years, and they come out. I've worked with women who are single mothers. I've worked with people who are multimillionaires. I've even worked in the past with celebrities. Everybody's human. Everybody's human being. Everybody has trauma. Everybody's been through stuff, and everybody's got desires and aspirations. And so, when you treat people,
keep it real. You really just want to tell these people to pull their motherfucking pants up, stop bitching. Tell the truth, because if you done seen some shit that you done seen, and living in them places that you done been in, and then you come and see a whole bunch of motherfuckers complaining about some bullshit, it's like, hold on, bro. Like
everybody, but that's the thing. And the thing is, a lot of times people make what's the word I'm looking for? They'll make statements, but they're making statements out of ignorance. Right, and there's so much political and ideological stuff being preached at people all day long that they're brainwashed. They can't even think for themselves, and they're losing sight of the individual. When George Floyd was murdered, point blank, we saw how much the nation was so dichotomized, right? And all of that, and then people couldn't agree. But at the end of it, it was like, man, let's just have conversations with people to understand people. People have.
Hey Siri, what does dichotomized mean?
Oh,
that means dichotomized is when things are split apart. Okay, so
I like that. See, I don't give a fuck. I'm learning. Let's talk.
Yeah. So ultimately, I think that's what differentiates me. So if you ask any of my clients that worked with me, all of them have said to me that they felt like I took the time to know them, I was invested in them, and I treated them with dignity. They are not just a pawn. A lot of marketing agents, they're greedy. They just are. They use people. They lie to people. They make up stuff all the time, and I can't do that.
Yeah. They be telling me they the best, and they gonna make me look so good, man. Tell me they lying to me. Go ahead, Courtney. My bad, bro. I'm talking shit. I'm just talking shit, Courtney.
After the night, I'm calling you the Gucci man of marketing.
Gucci man of marketing.
I need to change my name on my profile here.
Put that in your profile. I am the Gucci man of marketing.
Hey, but the thing that
I came from the trenches. I came from the trenches. When he explained that shit sounded like Detroit, bro. I'm from Detroit.
When he said that shit in the beginning, when he said it in the beginning, I'm like, okay, he been through some shit.
Yeah, bro, from the trenches. He explained my childhood shit. He said, "Mama, why we living here? We gotta go."
That's just
this what they giving us. Ain't nobody gonna do it. Ain't nobody gonna go out and do this. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Like he said, like we're not about to sit here all day and change the. So
that's
still gonna need these
tools. Of it. Like maybe, I am a one-man band, bro. Like I have 10 hats, but I'm built and computerized. It doesn't burn me out. But to some people, just making music burns them out. So they need to find people like me. It's okay to want to do one thing and have somebody else do it. I mean,
I think that's what David was saying earlier. That kind of struck me. Like sometimes you gotta. I think when you in this industry and when you do this shit, podcasting, hosting, doing all that shit, you get tied up into a lot of different things. You be want to just do this shit. I just want to get on here on Wednesday, start this show, get this show going, be done. I don't want to fucking promote. I don't want to fucking put up a show. I don't want
that other shit to DC.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, dang.
Oh, DC. No, I will help him with that shit because that shit.
No, I think the first
a baby,
my first times I wanted to,
you'd be like, you just
I wanted to just learn
the same way. You just don't do it the same way. I think DC got don't drop my baby syndrome.
No, it ain't that. No, I'm one of them people, man. Like I said, I'm very hands on. I'm not afraid to do the work. So I feel like paying somebody for what I would put in quotes think I can do myself. Is different from what I can really do.
You see what David said, you got that one app. You said I got an app. David said delete that shit.
Well, I mean, I don't. It ain't religious, but it helps you with hashtags and stuff like that. It keeps a track of it. Well, it doesn't tell me really when to post it, but it does keep a track of a lot of things that I use when I do post. But no, I am getting to the point where I'm not gonna lie, getting up at 7 a.m. or 6 or 5 and trying to post and remembering to post it. I and it ain't even just to remember to post. It's to the point to where I do want to just be able to focus on putting back energy into the show and not, spread myself too thin. Because I think that's probably the most reason why I've wanted to quit so many times. Well, not quit so many times, but was at that verge because I didn't have, you're trying to market, you're trying to plan the show, get guests, this and that. It can be a lot for those who don't know. But no, I'm getting to the point to where it's time. Especially, like I said, if I want to be able to grow and move to another level, I have to take my hands off the wheel and let somebody else, who's a professional, who knows what they're doing, who has been tried and true, let them, work their magic, and I can just, shut the hell up and I ain't got to worry about, doing it. But you guys have been amazing. Damn. I kind of don't want to make clips of this because I kind of want people, if they ain't see it live,
you missed it.
But
I probably make a clip of it.
I mean, I make clips. So after the show, I'm gonna make clips and then I'm gonna put the audio out. The audio will be out tomorrow morning. But it's just like stuff like I said, shows like this where there's so much knowledge and it's not coming from a place of ignorance like me who just speaking because I like to talk. but it's actual concrete things, steps people can take, or at least people see the knowledge to come to you guys to get more knowledge. David, can you please tell people where they can find you at and how they can follow you and get you on their marketing, because I know I'm getting close to the end here. But I want to make sure that people know where to find you guys at. David, can you let them know?
Yeah. So my website is davidallentracy.com. My Instagram is David Allen Tracy. My TikTok is David Allen Tracy. My LinkedIn is David Allen Tracy. Everything is David Allen Tracy. So it's super easy.
One band, one sound.
The initial consult is free. So 30-minute call with me. We can figure out what you need, figure out your budget. And yeah, it's easy. I save people a lot of money and a lot of time ultimately. And so, yeah, that's easy to find. I'm pretty responsive. People want to DM me on Instagram, I'll reply pretty quick. Yeah. Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it, DC.
Oh man, no.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
like I said, thank you.
I'm glad
I don't take for granted when people come to me to want to be on the show. I take that as a badge of honor because there's, like you said, there's at least, there's a rapper about to start a podcast tomorrow who ain't never did podcasting before, but he's gonna start a podcast because it's the thing to do now. It's niche. But so I don't take for granted anybody want to come on the show because, like I said, starting from we had 3 guests our first season. 2 of them we knew and had the bribe to get on here.
Okay.
But now, like I said, and that's another reason why, for those who don't know, I took a look at some of the guests we had on this show, just to sheer numbers, just to see, like, hey, how many people really have we had? And it's more than I thought. It was eye-opening for me myself. So like I said, I don't take for granted anybody wanting to be on this platform. Like I said, I'm trying to build this platform to make sure people have a place to be able to speak their mind or whatever they want and say, what they want within reason. But at the same time, being able to, be themselves. That's the purpose of this show, is that people be themselves. Talk about, where they've been, where they're going, where they came from, because everybody got a story to tell, but not every place will let you tell your story.
Yeah.
So to be 100% authentic, I do appreciate anytime anybody wants to come on. Got it. Well, Trey, please talk to the people.
Hey, make sure y'all follow my guy DC, man. He's a hard-working brother from out of Ohio. But y'all guys can find me.
Ohio, you ain't getting shit from me, but not too much longer. You ain't gonna be able to. I can give you a chance. Not playing. Go ahead. Sorry.
I can find me on Instagram. It's as in the article _glue_Trey. You can, if you guys are Spotify users, you can search TG playlist on Spotify. Right now, it's 90s. If it sounds like 90s R&B, it's probably on there.
I definitely gotta get that one.
Yeah, I mean, and if you want to see what else I got going on, let's check out the Instagram. Got some hot podcasts, hot artists.
Appreciate you. As always, man. You a hell of a guy. I ain't got on the payroll yet, but I appreciate you because you be posting. I get up and I see this dude already posted something. I'll be like, damn.
But see, I'm him. Like I noticed 7 and 8, so I'm usually my first post is usually between 7:30.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm up. I usually get up about 3-4 sometimes. Lately, it ain't been that because I ain't been sleeping well because I've been up doing stuff. But I try to get up early and check out stuff on Facebook, stuff like that. Getting into the habit of paying attention to what's going on, any emails, stuff like that. So I do, check those things. I just don't be posting that early in the morning. It just be too much. Hey, Motel 6, little nudge. What's up, man? Talk to the people.
It's like he eats some fries. What you doing?
Oh, some Care Bears?
Eddie Grams, nigga.
Oh, man. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Teddy Grahams for dinner. Teddy Grahams and Coke, man. Yeah.
Nigga life ain't shit right now. He gotta wait, bro. But he was just outside with some swap a side of a roll eating Teddy Grahams.
You know what's crazy, Courtney? The air was the only nutrients he got all day.
Yeah.
The best meal he got all day was that 15 seconds
Got a
of
whole
air
pizza right here, man. Fuck y'all, man.
Pizza.
Oh,
Boom, man. You definitely living out of a hotel, brother. Talk to the
we
people.
gotta
please.
get some party and get with us. Man.
Hey,
We
listen.
gotta get moved out to the Motel 6.
I know we gotta get up out of here, man. I just want to say this. I'm in Tremont, Utah. So pray for me. I wholeheartedly believe this is the sun downtown. But we ain't gonna get into that. Just know I broke down in the wrong town, and this is the town that I gotta stay in until my truck gets fixed. So other than that, though,
You just let them know you there.
hey, I can't tell you everything, but just know, just know that I got some backup.
Ah, word.
Can't tell you everything though. But anyways, though, listen, man, you can definitely catch me here on DC Shit. You can also catch me on All on the Table podcast. They come out on Thursdays on YouTube, All on the Table. And also shout out to Opulence Radio, man. Catch me there on Sundays, 8:15 or 8 o'clock. I'm thinking 8:15 because of my nigga what the shit. But yeah, 8:15, 8 o'clock Eastern. Catch me on Opulence Radio, so download that shit. Other than that, fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you niggas. All you niggas. And the Browns gonna win the Super Bowl.
Oh, you definitely need some nutrients,
it,
brother.
bro.
You talking crazy, nigga. You better get your motherfucking Snickers. You talking about the Browns win the Super Bowl. Courtney, please talk to the people. Get some sense, some depico. Can we have some decorum? You said the Browns win the Super Bowl? He ain't had no clue. He got a weed problem. One piece of weed and just oh no, you just talk crazy. Courtney, please talk to the people.
Hey man, we're in the midst of making a new show, full court show, all hip hop, all music, coming to a place near y'all soon. I have all the details coming on Tuesday. So just get with me, man. I'm looking forward to hosting my own show, doing my own thing. Get with me, Boom. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Boom for always putting his people where they need to be. Yeah, so Tuesdays is gonna be mine. We taking over Tuesdays too. We're gonna have Tuesday and Wednesday. We locking up the beginning of the week. So if you ain't ready, man, you better get ready, man. We come with an all hip-hop show, some of the best music, some of the best artists. We're gonna be putting artists on. We're gonna have freestyle. We're gonna set it off, bro. So Tuesdays, the full court show, man, it's gonna be an epic start, man, for my new beginnings.
I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I really just appreciate David for coming on. The knowledge he gave us, man. I really, like I said, I really appreciate anytime we can have a learning experience on this show. Like I said, we do a lot of joking, a lot of shit talking. But one thing I do want to make sure is that people know things. Because like I said, I had to learn how to do podcasting fly by night. A lot of things I've learned in production and putting to this show, I've had to learn just trial and error or staying up late, losing sleep, or sacrificing time with family. So I don't take none of this for granted. I know I always joke about quitting, but I just can't because I enjoy what I do. I know we ain't top 100 in some people's eyes, but at the same time,
Your mama like us, bitch. They mamas like us. They know what.
Oh, well, I mean, that's because we on flip phones and pagers still. But, I mean, that's the point. The fact of the matter is I really enjoy what I do. There's nothing like being a content creator, being a podcaster, being able to interact and have amazing guests on this show is something, like I said, I don't take lightly. For the rest of this week, man, y'all enjoy yourselves. Clips will be out. Oh, crap. Clips will be delayed. This show will actually be delayed. It's actually going to drop Sunday. I have to go to North Carolina tomorrow. Leaving straight out.
You did say that.
So that kind of throws a monkey wrench and everything. Unless I can do some things. You know what? I got y'all. Y'all will get an episode regardless. I'm not going to do y'all wrong. This 11. We have plenty of spots open. We have guests. And then, some days it's just going to be us being able to just talk shit. But any day we're here to entertain you, make you laugh, and make you forget that the world sucks, and you know, there's some worse people in it. People that shop at Walmart, you know,
At midnight.
Man, people that live in
Totally
Florida.
agree with this nigga. I totally agree with you, DC. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like there are
I
some.
really do.
I seen a guy flick me off, and then he seen who I was, and then he tried to like wave and be nice.
Yeah. What the?
Y'all bought a produce and waved at you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you know what? Never mind. He's like, middle finger withdrawn, sir. I was like,
So you gotta relax.
Nigga took his middle finger back. That's crazy. Let's take that back, bro. Let's get that middle finger back.
Look at that middle finger. I threw it to you back.
He turned that bitch into a pizza out immediately.
It's like, yeah, I might need that later. Tony Stark in it.
Nigga hit you with the middle finger like you didn't know.
It's like, yeah, sorry. You got behind you. Sorry. Just that meant for you. No, but I really do enjoy what I do, man. Like I said, I want to thank David, Trey. Thank you for breaking the news. People, those who don't know.
Fresh on TV coming soon.
Yeah,
once a week.
That. Actually, we're gonna have to do a whole.
We have a new sponsor of the show, Teddy Bear.
They don't sponsor us, bro. Fuck them.
Yeah. I'm more of a ghetto.
They're not even Teddy Grills, bro. They teddy bears. I didn't notice that till now.
Hey,
hold on, what? They say teddy bears?
Yo, this nigga is known for having off-brand shit. This nigga has some motherfucking
Teddy
off-brand
bear
icy hot.
cookies.
Bro, where the fuck do you shop at,
Where do you
bro?
shop at? You can find.
Oh, who had off-Riddick hot, bro? What the fuck is that, bro?
That is his
What
favorite
is that?
off-Righted cream. It's
Bro, this is
off-Righted.
off-Riddick cream, bro. What the fuck is
That
that?
is hey, this is David. I kid you not. This is not me making the picture up. This is
No,
legit.
this is what he had.
On your website. That's
He did not have icy hot. He had
It's icy hot. It ain't there. Jeezy, it ain't none of them Tiger
All
Bomb.
right,
Yeah,
hot.
nothing gay. Nothing gay. This off-Riddick hot.
Off-Righted hot. And Teddy Bear cookies.
Teddy
This
bear?
nigga, wherever you shop at, I need to know because I'm pretty sure that was like $2. That big ass
$6.
bag was $2. That is
That
a
boy got a
gallon.
whole. He got every teddy bear he got in that bitch. Boy.
Well, variety pack of
Fuck
teddy
that
bear
part.
cookies
Fuck
for
that part
$2.
is they all different flavors: maple, cinnamon.
Yeah,
cake,
it's just
all
cookies.
this one bag.
Man, that shit slap though. That shit slap though.
You
Bitches
just
is
grab a
called
handful
sugar
of
bears.
Hey,
sugar coma.
I'm an essential worker. I'm the reason that all you motherfuckers get all y'all shit. Your little Amazon critics, your little marketing
Damn, bro, why you
computers.
gotta go up on us, bro?
You feel me?
Our shit is
Your
delayed.
little
'cause you
PR
look at
papers
truck.
and shit.
My shit
Computers I
delayed
gotta
'cause you
bring
look
out and
at
shit.
nigga.
Your
My shit
little
on the side of the
podcast
road right
shipments
now.
to Amazon.
God damn.
Your little microphones and shit.
What you
You
talking
know,
about? Wait till my son Power Wheels is
your
on that
fruits
truck.
and your vegetables,
I just
your
got
TVs.
a notification that said my shit was delayed in Utah.
It's because of you, motherfucker. You at the motel 6 enjoying yourself.
If I should be here by Friday.
You sit your ass outside.
My truck broke down. Now my shit delayed a whole nother
Yeah, right,
week.
yeah.
Sitting in
Talking
the
about you still
motel
getting
6
paid and
with
shit.
Cleveland Brown
You
color.
just sit there, right? What the fuck?
He teddy
I won't buy
cookies.
shit by tomorrow.
I got a whole
Won't buy
speaker
shit
already
tomorrow.
done, and you got teddy cookies. Nigga, give
You
my
got fucking
speaker,
teddy
man.
bears are really hot. This is insane.
All right, y'all would, bro.
What
Y'all
do you work
would.
What do you work for? I'm sick of this shit.
Racist. This is,
God,
they got money to put you in a Motel 6, but I can't get my speaker?
yeah. My pocket is fucked up. You never gonna get that shit.
This is nuts, Court. He's gonna try to talk down to us because he hit the gas too fast in Utah.
You driving too fucking fast in Utah. Why the fuck you trying to rush them? Why you
You
driving
gotta
so
take the
fast?
hot shit. You should have took
God
this shit back in Lansing, wherever before Utah. No,
God,
now you got to put the gas pedal down. Now my speaker delayed a whole other week in
the whole
Utah.
fucking week we gotta wait on you.
Anywho, I digress. I
Hey,
appreciate you guys.
Oh, go ahead. Bro.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I appreciate you guys. Went on a tangent there. I don't know how that happens, but it happens. Shout out to G Black. He on Instagram. Hey, G Black, real
G
quick.
Black.
I went through the first
Uh-huh.
5 seasons, bro. You had 7 episodes
Yes, sir. Yes,
in
sir.
the first 5 seasons. So you had the most. You were a winner. My book, and I
Okay.
got 5 more episodes, 5 more seasons. I'm sorry, I went through the first 5 seasons of What the Shit. I got 5 more seasons to go through. I'm gonna make this list and I'm gonna put it out on the internet of all the guests that have ever been on What the Shit or any I guess because I had some other shows like Queenish, Kingish, which not What the Shit, but they're panels where we do stuff. So you know those things. But I counted all those up. But anyway, going on the tangent, my ADHD is acting up. Thank you, David, for the tips. I'm telling y'all, if y'all didn't get them, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all
Too late.
follow him.
David got that shit, boy. You better get with him.
He definitely got game. Trey, as always, man, appreciate you for coming here.
Trey got that shit. Y'all better get with him.
To my guys, well, you guys, yeah, man, you guys are amazing.
Boom,
You know,
full of shit.
Boom,
Y'all better get with
Boom,
him.
I talk shit to Boom, but he's a stand-up guy. He gonna show up whether he in a Motel 6 in Utah, probably. He's still gonna show up. He might not do no work.
He's gonna be late, but he gonna get there.
But anywho, we got to get out of here. Stuff to do, people to see. Appreciate y'all.
Of course, bro. As always,
Next
man.
week, we do have a guest, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't want to plug it until I get this stuff situated. So we do have a guest. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, we're gonna get out of here. Enjoy y'all night. If y'all don't do anything, make sure you follow these gentlemen right here on this screen, minus me, because you never know when I might retire. But these guys are here to stay. They're tried and true. What? Courtney, I'm 1 foot out the door every
Nigga,
day.
you not retiring, nigga. We in there.
People in, bro. It be every. I told you, man. I'll be trying to interact with people. And
Hey,
they just
bro, I
like,
ain't gonna lie, DC. I'm telling you now. If you quit, I gotta go to OnlyFans, bro. That's the only way out.
whoa, I guess I can't quit now. God damn.
Good fight and good night.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, I'm out of here, boy. I'm turning up. I gotta get famous one way.
Hey, bro, that's a you and God problem. I definitely don't need to know.
You
I
don't.
know
You
my
are
heart.
not getting. I will
know
not
my
be
heart.
supporting you. I will
He
not
know
be
my heart.
supporting you at
Hey,
all, brother.
If I quit and you go to OnlyFans, that'll be the last support you get from me. Brother. You
fucked up.
on the pole
That's
in my
fucked
day.
up. That's
DC,
fucked up. David, you better help me with this marketing.
hey, Court, if I see you,
David, I'm calling you.
if I see you at a women's strip club and you on the pole, like, yeah, DC quit with the shit, so now I'm out here. I know.
Hey,
I'm telling these women you on the pole because I quit with the shit, bro. Don't do that shit. Don't put you.
Bro,
Don't put
I'm
Get
telling
us out of
everybody
here, dog. This nigga
I'm
did
gonna
not
say,
do the
Wednesday,
pole
I used to
dance.
do
yeah,
a
you know, like, yeah, how you
I'm
doing?
out here.
Where you from? Cincinnati? Oh, yeah. Glad you came. And then they slap their cheeks in your face and they be like all awkward. Then people, you know what? Anyway, all right. We got to go because I can do this all night. Anyway, I love y'all. I enjoy having our guests here. You guys have a good night. Oh, he really
You
left.
too, man.
Appreciate y'all. We out of here.
I'm with the shit, boy, get on my level. Doing 125 in my own lane, pedal to metal. One thing that I won't let you do, and that's gas me.
I lied, motherfuckers. We back. What's up? Yeah. Y'all still here? Y'all still listening? Y'all got us too. Mother man, fuck that. I ain't got shit. I own this shit. Real quick before you go, Courtney. My nigga, I swear to God, bro.
My nigga, listen, I was not expecting
You know how bad I
to
would feel?
be-
I'm like, damn, I quit. Now this nigga Courtney on the pole. I didn't quit podcasting. Now this nigga working slicks and
The
spots.
nigga came back and
all the
said,
white-
hey, bro, for real, listen.
All
I'm
the
not
white
giving
women
this
throwing
shit up.
money at you because you didn't quit podcasting. That's it's like,
Hey, yo, DC,
right.
the fact that you would stay here afterward to say that
I
shit
had
is
to, but I had to break the fourth wall on that one, bro. I can't let that in. You is not about to put that on me.
Oh,
If
God.
you-
I mean, hey, if
I
y'all,
quit
if
podcasting,
DC
the
quit,
start hitting the pole.
y'all gonna
I
see the
swear to
ad.
God.
Y'all gonna see the
It's
ad.
over.
Go ahead and quit if you want to.
I'm
show you.
good. Never mind. Good night, y'all.